Oh my god, Putin is invading Ukraine, sort of, kind of, maybe in the next couple of days or something, but this is the first move, definitely. I don't really know. Okay, so we got four perspectives on this one. We've got the information, like the high information people, you know, the shit that's actually going down on the ground there. Then we got the left's perspective, and then we got the right's perspective, and then we have the low information perspective. Okay, it'll all make sense here in a little bit, but Putin orders Russian troops into Ukraine breakaway regions. So does that mean that he effectively crossed into Ukraine, or did he cross into the places that voted to join Russia because they don't want to be a part of Ukraine anymore? And that's been the case for a while now. I don't really know, but it sure seems to be that way, but not the way that most of the media is reporting it. Everybody's just like, Putin's bad. Why? Because CNN told us a long time ago, oh, and they're the most trusted name in news, right? Well, their name says it, so we got to take them seriously. Fucking, just these people, man. You won't trust mainstream media within a mile of any of their takes, but then all of a sudden, oh, they said that a world leader's bad, and they also say that China's bad, therefore Putin's also bad. Fucking degenerates. After a Russian President Vladimir Putin said he will recognize the breakaway Ukrainian Donetsk and Lugansk regions as independent, the Donbass region. We'll just go ahead and cut that off there because I'm not pronouncing those fucking Ukrainian names anymore, okay? Unless it's pierogi and kubasa. I am not fucking trying to do any verbal linguistics when it comes to harsh consonants at the end of the name. Fucking get your shit together. He signed a decree on Monday ordering Russian military troops into the area. Oh my god, it's an invasion. What the fuck is happening? It's the beginning of World War III. Sure it is, pal. According to the decree issued by the Kremlin and signed by Putin, oh, it's just a rubber-stamped government, okay? That's the way that most outlets are reporting it, but then at the same time, with a straight face, they're also saying, "Oh, through harsh debate in the House of Commons in Canada, the Emergencies Act was regrettably reinforced by the purely democratic vote." Fuck off. According to the decree issued by the Kremlin and signed by Putin, the Russian Defense Ministry is now authorized to send troops into the Donbass area in eastern Ukraine to maintain peace. Oh, that sounds exactly like an invasion. If you ask me, they're going to be taking it back. Oh my God. He also told the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to establish diplomatic relations with both, sorry, I see the harsh consonants, and then I'm going to have to try to move on through that. The Donbass region reported Russian state-run media, which again, Russian state-run media. Okay. It was not immediately clear whether the Russian military had yet entered the two breakaway regions. Also unclear is the size of the force Putin will be dispatching when they would cross the border, and exactly what their mission would be. Earlier on Monday, Putin gave a lengthy televised speech from the office in which he claimed Ukraine is an integral part of Russian history. Oh, no, he's like, oh, the Ukraine is part of Russia. Oh my God, that means he's going to be taking it back over. Okay. Soviet Union under Vladimir Lenin created the modern Ukrainian state and separated it from Russia. Maybe he was just giving everybody a history lesson. Maybe he was actually taking questions from reporters, even though he's just a vicious tyrant and, oh, he just lords over the people of Russia. He also takes questions from reporters and gives lengthy press conferences. Unlike Uncle Joe, who has a fucking timer that beeps as soon as he hits that 60-second minute on any press conference, and she's like, gotta go. We know. Also adding that he believes Ukraine is seeking to create nuclear weapons that will threaten Moscow. That's big brain take. All right, let's say Ukraine has never had traditions of its own statehood. Well, it's tried and failed a lot, but then, you know, hey, the former Soviet leaders did a pretty good job of trying to kill off all the Ukrainians. Something like a famine or something like that. I don't fucking, you know, that was a long time ago, though. Nobody's alive to remember it. Russia has always tried to resolve all conflicts by peaceful means. I don't really know about that. Nevertheless, the Kiev authorities conducted 2 punitive operations in these territories. They're just little things. Don't worry about it. And it seems that we are now witnessing an escalation for a third time, Putin said, without providing specifics. Likewise, Russian state television showed Putin joined by Russia-backed separatist leaders signing a decree recognizing the independence of the 2 Ukrainian breakaway regions along with the agreements on cooperation and friendship. Exactly. That's something else that's being left out of a lot of the reporting right now. The two regions that are being occupied and recognized as sovereign entities or eventual Russian entities, they separated from Ukraine. And they are pro-Russian. They are doing this because that's what they want to do. I don't know what else to say, okay? It's not an invasion if you're willing. I deem it necessary to make the decision that should have been made a long time ago to immediately recognize the independence and sovereignty of the Donetsk People's Republic and the Lugansk People's Republic, Putin said in conclusion. And then important, after his speech and decree, Western leaders described the move as illegal. Okay. And a sign that Russia will invade Ukraine in the near future. Okay, but it's also being reported that thanks to him sending those peacekeepers and saying that he can recognize these two independent regions as such, is also him infiltrating Ukraine and saying that there's also 100,000 to about 200,000 Russian troops stationed along the border with Ukraine. While video uploaded to social media for weeks have shown heavy Russian weapons, tanks, and artillery being deployed in the region. Has anybody verified any of those? No, the Putin man bad, and therefore everything that we say about him is correct and true. I'm still waiting with bated breath because, okay, cool, these independent regions want to be a part of Russia. Cool, this is the first step along those lines. Has there been any indication that he's actually going to go and he's going to take back the rest of Ukraine under a hostile takeover? No, but, oh, okay, cool. Go ahead and stoke those flames instead of addressing anything that's actually going on right now on local soil, which again, this conflict has very little to do with North America. It has very little to do with any of the leaders here, but when they're not talking about their own tyranny, okay, Justin, I'm looking directly at you, fucker. You're tweeting all about, oh, the sovereignty of Ukraine must be respected and the human rights abuses that's taken place from the Russian government is just unacceptable. Sure, pal. But like I said, we got the perspectives of the people out there, so that's what's going on the ground. So what's Uncle Joe doing? Well, I'm slapping sanctions on Russia. And he's warning American of the economic cost of defending freedom in Ukraine. You should probably do it on your own ground first and foremost, but you know what? Hey, borders are important. Just not ones along the south. Along the east, okay, those are important, but not southern borders, okay? Those are guidelines, really. Biden announced a series of sanctions on Thursday in reaction to Vladimir Putin's actions in Ukraine, warning the economic costs Americans would bear as a result. Then, okay, if it's going to negatively affect Americans, why the fuck are you doing it? Okay, remember, Joe Biden, I'm running as a proud Democrat, but I'm going to be a president for all Americans. Even though you're meddling literally halfway across the world, will end up costing Americans. Maybe this is just another way of like, oh fuck, inflation's really getting close to about double digits. If we do shit in Ukraine, that's why. We're trying to defend freedom. Don't you like freedom? We're doing that. Don't mind the price increases. Okay. Defending freedom will have costs for us as well here at home. Okay, yeah, just nice little, don't pay attention to what the left hand is doing. Meanwhile, the right is off causing war. Fucker, dude. Said during a speech at the White House. How long was his speech in comparison to Putin's, by the way? And how many questions did he take? 0? Oh, okay, cool. We need to be honest about that. Cool. It's nice that he wants everybody else to be honest. Meanwhile, he doesn't, practice what he preaches. The president specifically warned of higher gas prices as a result of the sanctions, but promised he would use every tool possible to reduce gas and energy prices. How about allow fracking? How about allow the Keystone XL pipeline to be built? And you know what? How about allow your own natural resources to flourish? Why not start investing in nuclear energy? No, winds and solar? Okay, cool. I want to limit the pain to American people are feeling at the gas pump. He said, yeah, no, he's also trying to see this as well. He also wants to waive the gas tax through the end of the year. Fucking imagine that. Literally openly buying votes because what's happening towards the end of the year? Okay, and he thinks just a magic wave of the hand. Oh, see, I got cheaper gas again. Yeah, just, temporarily. Just enough to buy some certain votes for some certain important elections that are ahead. You fucker, dude. Biden indicated Tuesday afternoon that Russian President Vladimir Putin had triggered the first tranche. Sure, did he just fucking mutter his way through something? Of sanctions after he undeniably moved against Ukraine. Except he didn't. He recognized this sovereign region that diplomatically broke away from Ukraine years ago, but okay. On Monday, Putin recognized the independence of 2 pro-Russian provinces in Ukraine and sent additional troops to the region for peacekeeping. The White House was initially cautious about whether or not Putin's actions triggered the full weight of economic sanctions against Russia. But instead of, talking to Putin or anything like that, something that I'm going to cancel my trip as long as he doesn't invade Ukraine, Putin doesn't invade Ukraine. No, we're just going to sanction him. Okay. Biden announced his decision to level some sanctions by Tuesday afternoon. Who in the Lord's name does Putin think gives him the right to declare new so-called countries on territories that belong to his neighbors? Biden asked angrily. Oh, the people who voted and the people who willingly wanted to break away from Ukraine. How about that? And by the way, what does this have to do with you at all whatsoever? It doesn't. Oh, okay. President was 83 minutes late for his scheduled speech detailing the response. I guess that's how long it took for him to get ready for the press conference. The United States to Putin's actions in Ukraine. Said he would sanction Russian VEB Bank. Oh, cool. And the military bank. That seems to be a very popular point of contention with Democrats lately, seizing banks and all that shit. As well as cut off Russian government from borrowing from Western financial systems, literally taking a page out of Trudeau's book. Biden ridiculed Putin for a speech on Monday defending his actions as a twisted rewrite of history. That's my job. Don't take it from me. Nothing in Putin's remarks indicate any interest in pursuing any real dialogue on European security in 2022. He's given you, the green light to come over and visit him and talk about it. Okay, even just, why don't you phone me? We can talk this out. He doesn't want any dialogue. Okay, cool. What about the president in exile? Donald Trump slams Biden for losing to Putin. Weak sanctions are insignificant. Remember how all of these conflicts were happening under my presidency? Oh wait, no, I was actually a strong leader, a good leader. Unlike Joe, he's a little weak, he's a little sleepy. Maybe he hasn't enough time to sleep it off. President Trump slammed President Biden on Tuesday for imposing weak sanctions on Russia, which we don't even know what they are. Oh, you can't borrow more money. Okay, cool. Which again, from Western institutions. What exactly does that mean? And does Biden even have jurisdiction over anywhere that's not the United States? But okay. On Russia, while allowing it to become very, very rich. And how much money are they even borrowing from Western institutions anyways? With tripling and quadrupling oil prices. So I'm going to impose these sanctions, or I'm sorry, the wrong affectation. Okay, reading a Trump statement and I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm confusing him with Joe, which I shouldn't. But you got Biden, yeah, we're going to punish the American people by sanctioning Russia, by charging them more on literally everything. It's like, oh, okay, cool, that makes sense. Really getting back at that would-be dictator, right? He's just doing a really, really shitty job of being a dictator, if that's his entire job and his entire point, whatever. Russia has become very, very rich during the Biden administration. Facts. With oil prices doubling and soon to be tripling and quadrupling. Probably facts. The weak sanctions are insignificant relative to taking over a country and a massive piece of strategically located land. Fair enough. Now, it has begun. Oil prices are getting higher and higher, and Putin will not only be getting what he always wanted, but getting, because of the oil and gas surge, richer and richer. Yep, because he's the one with the pipelines, okay? He's the one with all of the OPEC stores that are out there, and he can turn on the pipes or turn off the pipes, thanks to Joe just needlessly crippling the natural resource industry in North America by cutting off the Keystone XL pipeline, by stopping any drilling, any fracking on federal land for reasons, okay? Only to just use this talking point for maybe he was forecasting a conflict in Eastern Russia, or I'm sorry, in Eastern Europe for a long time. Okay, he was trying to put this natural resource squeeze out there just as justification. Oh, look at Putin's raising your gas prices. Okay, cool. Don't dig any deeper. Don't do any further looking. Like I said, we had the on-the-ground information, we have the left's approach, we have the right's approach, but what about the layman's approach? Okay, what does Cardi B have to say about this? I feel like the old Dave Chappelle skit, okay, the old Chappelle show. What would Ja Rule think? It's like, okay, cool. She's giving political takes, might as well listen to her. If I don't say the right things, I might get killed. Wait a minute, maybe she's, maybe she's just trying to, signal something out. Maybe we should be listening to this poor weirdo. Cardi B weighs in on the Ukraine and Russia situation as she declares the world is in crisis and leaders need to stop tripping about power. Maybe this is just a backhanded swing and just a little bit of a veiled jab at Biden. Okay. Cardi B has officially offered her thoughts on the escalating situation in Ukraine. I can't believe that is a sentence that reflects real life. The rapper, who boasts 21.8 million followers and who famously interviewed and made bird noises to Joe Biden during the campaign in 2020. God, if you want your brain to melt and you want to drop off a couple of IQ points, do search that out. It's still out there and available to watch, I guess. Was asked on Twitter what she thinks about the whole Russia thing by, I don't know, somebody who has less information on the situation than she does. As Russian troops invaded Ukraine on Tuesday. See, like I said, mainstream media is reporting shit that Russia invaded Ukraine. Sure it did. Insisting her phone wasn't hacked, Cardi told fans, "I feel like if I don't say the right things, I might get killed," before urging world leaders to stop tripping on power. Not directing her comments to any one specific person. Cardi B secretly based? Is that what the B stands for? Ugh, now I know why she wears so much makeup. The rapper shared a tweet. Is that what she is that what her music is? Is it rap? Oof. A response to fans' questions about Russia, writing, "Wish these world leaders stop tripping about power and really think about those really getting affected citizens besides the whole world is in a crisis." Yeah, I think she's also just trying to say that maybe you should pay attention to the concerns at home. This is weird. I wasn't expecting this, but okay. War, sanctions, invasions should be the last thing on these leaders should worry about. What a weird world. I'm agreeing with Cardi B. Oh my god. Too much internet for one day. After another fan wrote, "Okay, pass Cardi her phone back now," she jumped back on the video to insist, "My phone is not hacked. It's really me. I actually want to say a lot of things, but I'm just going to mind my business because sometimes I feel like I have such a big platform that if I don't say the right things, I might get killed," she explained. What? To be fair, this was in a response to a little short guy there, which if he's actually 6'4", nobody who's tall brags about being tall. I'm just saying. But I'm really not on NATO's side. I'm not on Russia's side. I'm actually, she knows more than she's letting on, okay? If she's name checking NATO, okay? Okay, this is weird. This is weird. I'm actually on the citizen side because at the end of the day, the world is having a crisis right now, Cardi continued. There's inflation not only in America, but everywhere in the world. It's really hard to get the economy back up. There's so many shipments that are backed up. I'm cleaning that up because I'm not a grammatic troll. China's not really... What? Okay. Like, this is odd. This is very odd. China's not really messing with us, so a lot of things are behind. A lot of goods are behind, and the shit just makes it way more complicated, so I'm just really annoyed by this, and I really wish that all world leaders right now just really come with a logical conclusion, but whatever. No, but whatever. Continue on this roll, because you're talking about the shipping crisis that's going on right now, and you know exactly who's to blame for this, because you even name checked it and you just said, if I don't say the right things on this big platform that I have, Instagram or wherever this was posted, Twitter, wherever she has 20, just about 22 million followers, she could get crucified by this. And the only way that you get crucified this is if you strayed off the party line on the big tech platforms. So somebody stop censoring the black lady, the strong independent black woman. She don't need no censorship on this. She just wants to say her piece. God damn it. This is fucking buck wild, dude. So here I was thinking that we were going to be getting some low information take, but then all of a sudden she just comes out as some type of a fucking deep thinking Politico. I don't know what's going on, man. It's just as crazy as this media fabrication of a Russian invasion in Ukraine. None of this shit is making sense, but hey, this is somewhat glad we're here, I guess. Whew. Let's talk about Hunter Biden, because he's actually being sued and shit right now, and it's fucking buck wild too. Nobody's talking about it because the media is all about Russia and Ukraine. Meanwhile, the sitting president has a son whose business ties with China, with Russia, are currently being investigated, so somebody's got to talk about him, so fucking why not me? With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.